Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Now, you've probably seen my outfit already filmed one video, gonna get the intro started for this one. We are going to crochet a shawl. The pattern is coming from Hobbii. I have never done any of their patterns, so I'm really interested to see if it's really good or if it's gonna be kind of messed up the way the ones from Hobby Lobby are. So we are actually going to use yarn from Hobbii. It's, I believe, one of the yarns recommended for this project, and it's the Halloween twister yarn. So it's going to start, we're going to do center pull, so it's going to start out orange, go to black, and I do have two of them. I think the pattern only needs one of these though, which is cool because then I can make two shawls. But it is called the Virus Shawl, and it is a free pattern on Hobbii. You can just go on their website, type in Virus Shawl, and you can just download the free pattern. I believe it works up with any of the 2-weight yarn, so if you also want to try it, feel free to go do it. If you want to see if I can do it first, I understand. So we are going to get started, and I will give little updates here and there, and then by the end of the video we should have a finished shawl. So let's switch camera angles and get going. Okay, so first of all, one thing I do love about the Hobbii yarn is that they all have the little easy start, so you can, as it says, easily find your center pull. I also have my little tiny, by the way, but it will fit this absolutely perfectly. So we're gonna actually use my yarn bowl. I want to get a bigger one, but I think I'm going to order one from another independent artist. She is a ceramics artist, but she does some of the cutest yarn bowls. She streams on Twitch too, if you guys ever check out Twitch. So it's Playing in the Mud if you like watching people make pottery and such. Yes, this is a giant pair of scissors, by the way. I don't usually use those either. I usually use these, but I kind of just grabbed a pair. Anyways, unlike last time when I was making a shawl, I have the pattern on my computer screen. It's like that direction, so it won't be here taking up space this time. But I am going to say that already I am going to deviate slightly. Also, I think I need a smaller hook for this, but I am going to deviate slightly already because I don't feel like doing a chain and then slip stitch. So yeah, we are going to instead do a magic circle and start it that way. But I need to see, what hook do I need for this? Oh, we need a 4. Yeah, I'm a good full size up from that. 1 second. I have this cute little iridescent case that spins. It has my favorite pens on one side and then all my hooks on the other. So we need, pretty sure it's blue too. No, that's a 4.5. I want a 4. That's a 3.75. Where's a 4? There's a 4. There we go. We found it. This is like way too bright. Hang on. Let me down my brightness slightly. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it's a 4. They're just clover hooks. But yeah, I have this cute little spinning pencil holder. Works great. But yeah, I don't like doing chains when you can just do a magic circle. To me, it's pointless. So we're just gonna do that. You can all blame Passionate Goods for that one. That's just what I do now. How many did these? All right. 1. Alright, so to start off, we just have to do a bunch of DCs. So I'm going to do those and come right back. Okay, so I have to do the chain 10. I tried doing the magic circle. It doesn't work because they want the top part left open. It's not supposed to be in like a circle or anything. So we're going to start over. We're going to do the actual chain 10 and the slip stitch, even though I don't like to. And I will get us back to where I was before I had to start over. So, be right back. Okay, so I wanted to pop in real quick. We are up to row 5 already. The only complaint I have is the complaint I have whenever I use really thin yarn. It's just really slow. It's very slow going. But yeah, that's my only complaint so far. It's pretty easy to follow. It's looking cool. My only issue is the fact that we are using very small yarn. And I wonder if I could do the same pattern, but use larger yarn and just let it be a bigger shawl. We may try that. Like when we finish the initial trial of this, if I like it, I may use like a 4-weight and just see how big of a shawl it ends up making. But anyways, we will keep on crocheting. And I'll come back if I have any other notes. Okay, so just had to come in. My stitch count is already off somehow. I think it's because it's getting confusing as to whether or not they want your chains at the beginning to actually be double crochets, like to look at them as double crochets, or not. Because if I do view them as a double crochet, then I should be putting a stitch into each of them, but like that also doesn't seem like it's going to equate to the proper number of stitches. So I'm either reading the pattern wrong, which could be a possibility, or it's just not clear. Now I've managed to kind of fix it by just adding some extra spaces so that we're at least even on both sides. But I may have to continually modify it if this continues to be a problem. It does look like we have reached a point where we are now just repeating the same thing over and over again. You do your DCs, DC chain 1, and then you add in the next like expansions. So I am going to stop recording this, and I will come back when we have more of it completed. So for me, that might be a day or two. For you, it'll be a couple minutes. So we'll see you then. Hey guys, I know it's been a little bit, but we're back and we're done. And this pattern was time consuming, but very easy to follow. So first off, I just want to start by saying I am not really surprised that this worked up as well as it did. It is Hobbii yarn with a Hobbi pattern for this yarn. So when you go on Hobbii and you look at their free patterns, they tell you which yarn you should be using. They even link it like in the same listing, so it's easy. Now, I personally did not buy this yarn with this in mind. I simply bought it because I liked it. So if you remember, this is the yarn. I bought 2 cakes of it, and 1 shawl takes 1 cake. So cake, very nice, very pretty. I love the color transitions. They do it very well. So I already knew that I liked the colors. It was just the pattern that we were trying. So this pattern ends up working to be substantially larger than I thought it would, which is great in my opinion. So here is the finished shawl. You can see that the way that the color shift is done is impeccable. It's not even like it's different yarn. The way that they do it is just gorgeous, and I love it. Now, I will scoot back and move my chair so that we can see the full shawl, because it is very, very big. It's obviously, like, it's taller than I am, which is great. So here it is in all of its glory, and I think the size of it is honestly perfect. I don't feel like it's gonna slip off my shoulders. I don't feel like I have to constantly worry about it. I think you could throw it on with a dress as just like a top layer, and it looks great. I also loved that you could tie it. If you really wanted to make sure it's not gonna come off, if you're just walking around, maybe you go out, you throw it on your shoulders on a cool morning to go sit outside, whatever, however you want to wear it. I think it's great that you can tie it and it still looks fantastic. So I would say, as shawl patterns go, because I am not, as I've stated, I am not usually a shawl person. I usually don't like them because they tend to slip and slide and fall. And it's annoying. It's annoying. But this one is big enough and long enough that it doesn't fall. It doesn't slide. It doesn't slip. Again, you can tie it in the front if you want it to really stay together. It honestly reminds me more of almost a cloak, where like you can really wrap up in it. And I like that. The other thing that I have seen too is you can do a full like almost like wrap shawl moment with it. You know, just put one side up, and it's very nice that way too. So versatility, 10 out of 10. Size, 10 out of 10. Color change, 100 out of 100. This is amazing. If it wasn't that I'm totally... Pause. All right. So, even though I love it, I am still going to list it for sale on my website. However, I may have to make a second one and maybe keep it because I do love it. But I am also going to try the virus shawl pattern with other types of yarn. I got a wool, like a hand-dyed merino wool advent calendar last year for Christmas. And I have done nothing with the yarn. It just sits in its box in my closet. But because that yarn was designed for a shawl, and it was designed to be a gradient, I feel like I could use this pattern and that yarn and make a really nice wool shawl out of it. So, this is all for this one. Like I said, I'll take pictures, it'll get listed on my website, so if you want it, feel free to grab it. I will probably make a second one later on. We'll probably also list it as well. But that is all for this video. We did it. Like I said, time consuming, but easy. 3-row repeat on the pattern. It is free from Hobbii, so that is awesome. It comes out massive, and because the pattern is just go until you run out of yarn, I feel like it could be adapted to pretty much any color changing yarn or even a solid. I don't think it would matter. So I will be making one of these using just like regular 4-weight acrylic. I want to see how this works up using acrylic. And then I will also, like I said, be making one out of the wool. I will probably not make those dedicated videos, but I will release some shorts just to show how they came out. Because I know that like this one's pretty, but I don't know how it will look if it's a thicker weight yarn. So, thanks everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you dislike the video, let me know down below why. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.